Well, good evening and welcome to Monticello High School for junior varsity boys basketball featuring the Northeast Rebels from Goose Lake, Iowa, coming in to play the Monticello Panthers. Northeast coming in with a record of 11-5, Monticello at 10-6. And those records are kind of indicative of, the balance, the equality of these two teams, and that was indicated when they met the first time down in Goose Lake. Monticello won 40-39 in overtime back on January 4th, so we might be in for a good one here between these two teams. My name is Pete Temple. I will bring you the announcing part of this live stream from Monticello Sports Live. And let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Monticello Panthers. You have Jack Lambert, number 3, Carson Lambert, number 5, Chesney Capron, number 15, and Cole Welter, number 23, Gage Guilford, number 52. For the Northeast Rebels, Curtis Eberhard is out there, number 33. Jacob Tegler, number 13. Chase Christensen, number 23. Luke Holgraver, number 25. And Tyler Hines, number 21. We are underway with our junior varsity boys game. Northeast wins the opening tip. Get things started here. 2 varsity games yet to come between these two schools. Girls will be the first one, and then the boys later on. Northeast driving into the lane here and just missing the shot was Eberhardt. And the Panthers bring it back. Carson Lambert has it now. Cole Welter, a 3-point try off the front of the rim. And a rebound there, offensive rebound for Chesney Capron. And this is Jack Lambert. Dribbling around the perimeter, gets it to Capron in the corner for Welter. Bounce pass, tipped out of bounds there. Jacob Tegler got his hand on that one. Monticello keeps it. Don't score in the first minute of our JV boys game. High pass for Guilford. Carson Lambert gets it back. And the Panthers set up once again. We had a crazy close girls JV game earlier. I'll talk about that in a little bit. If you did not watch that stream. Pass goes out of bounds, and the turnover gives the ball to the Rebels. And they bring it up. This is Chase Christensen, number 23. Guarded closely there by Jack Lambert of the Panthers. Christensen drives all the way in, gets it to Tegler. Now back out to Holgraver. Holgraver. I'll get it right. I will. And here's a short shot that goes in for Curtis Eberhardt. So I think I said the wrong name before, but Eberhardt gets the basket. Rebels are the first ones on the scoreboard in this one. Welter to Jack Lambert. Capron. Cole Welter tries a 3 from the corner. No good, loose ball. That's a tight call, but it stays with the Panthers. I wasn't sure who that went off of. Fortunately, we have our professional officials down there. Lambert got that quick pass back and put it up. No good, but he got fouled. That's Carson Lambert going to the line for 2. Try to get Monticello on the scoreboard. First one no good. And the second one does drop through, so the Panthers are on the board, trailing 2-1. Full court pressure here for Monticello. This is Tegler with the ball, double teamed. He gets through that pressure though and brings it across. Tegler for Eberhardt now. But Jack Lambert with a steal. Gets it ahead to Carson Lambert. Stops, puts it up and in. Nice play for the Panthers on the steal. And then the assist from Jack Lambert. Carson Lambert getting the basket. And Monticello has its first lead at 3-2. Tegler has it. And a 3-second violation called against Northeast. Monticello brings it up. talk about a couple of their recent games as we have time. Cole Welter to Capron. Jack Lambert, quick pass to Carson. Ball is tipped away there by Christensen. Panthers keep it though. Capron bounces it to Lambert, and that was Christensen again knocking that one out of bounds. Chase Christensen getting in the passing lanes a little bit, preventing the Panthers from getting a good shot on that sequence. This is Gage Guilford now, gets it back to Jack Lambert. Guarded by Christensen. Capron dribbles around Holgraver. Lambert tries to drive in the lane, loose ball in there, picked up by Carson Lambert. No, that's Guilford. Shot no good, and rebound for Eberhardt. Quick move down the floor. And that was Holgraver scoring off the pass from Christensen. First points for Luke Holgraver, and the Rebels take a 4-3 lead. Foul has been called here on Holgraver. His first, that's the team second foul for Northeast. 1 point lead for the visiting Rebels. Rebels won the girls' game by 2 points in the JV level. 2 varsity games yet to come. From the corner, Welter has room, puts it up and in. Looked like it might swirl out of there, but it fell down for Cole Welter, and he's on the board with 3 points. And the Panthers have taken a 6-4 lead. Shot no good there for Christensen. The Panthers come away with it. This is Capron. Got it down the floor quickly in transition. Capron tries a three-pointer. No good, and going high for the rebound was Eberhardt, and he is fouled. Eberhardt with 2, Holgraver with 2 for the Rebels. Carson Lambert with 3, and Welter with 3 for the Panthers. 6-4. Pass into Christensen. Panthers with some pressure. But Christensen gets it across. This is Hines. Briefly had it back to Christensen. And Carson Lambert guarding him. Left-handed dribble. And a foul being called on Lambert. And that's going to be his second already, I think. Nope, I'm wrong. First. No, I was correct. It is his second foul. And he comes out of the game. Deacon Besler, number 32, has replaced Carson Lambert for the moment. Panthers up by 2. That's Tegler who had it. Knocked away by Jack Lambert, but the Rebels pick it up again. Christensen comes across the line. Tries to drive in. A nice block there by Lambert. And tipped away off of Christian. Oops. They pointed one way, now they're pointing the other way. Northeast keeps the ball. Just under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Quick pass. Christensen gets it into Eberhardt, who scores. And we're tied at 6. And a 30-second timeout being called here by Colby Harms, the head coach of the Monticello Panthers. We haven't mentioned the coaches yet. Colby Harms, head coach, with Jarrett Easton helping him out. And for the Northeast Rebels, Nick Wall is the head coach, assisted by Mark Lee. 6-6. Midway through this first quarter. The girls' game, a steal and a layup by Kaylee Hansen in the closing seconds put the layup up at the buzzer to give Northeast a 28-26 victory over Monticello. A very exciting game, back and forth, and the whole second half was close. But the Rebel girls came away with the victory. Here we're tied at 6. First quarter of the boys JV game. Jack Lambert brings it across the line, and he's guarded there by Holgraver. Capron in the corner for Welter. Way out top to Capron. Welter, a little too far out to try the three there. Lambert has it. They work it around the outside. Welter is guarded by Hines. And Jack Lambert finds some room, but now has it knocked away. Capron is there to pick it up. Panthers will try again. Jack Lambert brings it, thought about going inside and brought it back out. 2-3 zone here, kind of forcing the Panthers to keep things on the outside for the moment. Welter thought about a three. Didn't take it. Guilford now out to Welter. Now he has room for a three-pointer. It's no good. Battle for it underneath. Apparently Capron's foot was on the line when he touched it. And that gives the ball back to Northeast. 41.9 to go in the first quarter. And this shapes up to be a close one. These two played to an overtime game about a month ago. And a traveling being called on Northeast. So the Panthers bring it back. Monticello, by the way, won that overtime game between these two down in Goose Lake. Lambert has it. Welter, probably the Panthers will go for one shot here. Welter standing there with the ball. We have 15 seconds left. Jack Lambert. If you're wondering about Carson Lambert, he's out of the game with 2 fouls early on. Here's Capron, a three-point try. No good. Ball is loose. 3 seconds left. Rebels get it. Tegler. And now Eberhardt, his shot is too late. Boy, he came close with it. Off the backboard, but I don't think it would have counted anyway. And that ends our first quarter. The boys JV game. The score Monticello 6, Northeast 6. Neither team has led by more than 2 so far in this one, as you might expect when it's 6-6. Let's talk about our sponsors a little bit here. We have a couple of sponsors tonight helping us out. Costs to put on this live stream here on Monticello Sports Live, and one of those is Midwest Transfer, which is a one-stop shop for all freight shipping needs. Based locally in Monticello, we service the United States coast to coast as well as all of Canada for all types of freight. No freight is too big or too small. Give us a call today for a quote. Thank you, Midwest Transfer. Also helping out is State Farm, home of the Discount Double Check. We provide insurance and financial services for auto, home, farm, life, renters, and medical supplement insurance. Stop in to see Rick today to start getting more value out of your insurance dollars. With that, we get ready to start the second quarter between the Rebels and the Panthers. And the possession arrow for the quarter favors Monticello. So the Panthers bring it up. Jack Lambert. Guilford is a collision underneath with Tegler, but traveling is the call. Guilford a little surprised by that call, it looked like. And the Rebels passing it in. Curtis Eberhardt, number 33. Carter Jargo is in the game for the Rebels, number 11. And Eberhardt brings it in. Pass out to Tegler. And Christensen now. Capron guarding. Screen set by Eberhardt. Christensen tries a short shot. It goes in. Nice little turn and shoot there for Chase Christensen, and the Rebels regain the lead 8-6. Capron with the ball. Jack Lambert. Gets it out to Welter, and there's Carter Jargo guarding Welter. Pass goes out of bounds. The Rebels get it back with a 2-point lead. Panthers with some man-to-man full court pressure here. Lambert, Guilford was moving in hoping to trap him, but He got it away. The ball goes loose. Carson Lambert, by the way, is back in the game for Monticello. And the ball was out of bounds off Northeast. And went out of bounds way by the end line under the Northeast basket. So the Panthers have a short trip here. Passing it in. Jack Lambert moves out to set things up. Besler sets a screen, a nice one there on Jargo. Besler gets over to Lambert. And Welter to Carson Lambert. Corner for Besler, tries a three-pointer off the rim, no good. Good offensive rebound there for Cole Welter. Went up high to get that one. Besler back to Welter. Now Carson Lambert has room, three-point try. Swings around, no good. Guilford got the offensive rebound and is fouled by Christensen. And that is a foul on the floor, I believe. First foul of the game for Christensen. Third team foul for Northeast. No, they're calling that a shooting foul, so Guilford goes to the line. Chance to tie this up for Monticello. He sinks the first one. Second one coming for Gage Guilford. That one bounces away, no good. Tegler goes high for the rebound. Pass ahead, Hines all alone underneath. Doesn't score, but is fouled. That's Tyler Hines, and he'll get 2 free throws for Northeast. Rebels lead by 1. 5:03 to go in the first half. Neither team has led by more than 2 in this game so far. Hines swirls the first free throw in. Second one coming. And that one bounces away, no good. Good rebound there for Deacon Besler. Did a good job of boxing out there so he could pull that one down. The two Lamberts pass back and forth. Guilford back to Carson Lambert. Welter has room for a three-pointer. Shot is up and in. Welter for 3. That's his second one of the game. And the Panthers now take a 10-9 lead. Eberhard has it and gets it back to Christensen for the Rebels. Tries to drive in and looks for a pass, and traveling is the call. Good defense for the Panthers there to prevent Christensen from going to the hoop. And Monticello brings it up the floor again. Guilford pass to Besler underneath. He's got 3 guys around him. Ball comes loose. And Guilford fell down. Christensen fell over him. There's going to be a foul called on Guilford. That is his first, and that's the 4th team foul for Monticello. Eberhardt looking to pass, gets it into Tegler. Panthers with good full court pressure again. This is Jargo with the ball now. High pass, but Tegler pulls it down. In the corner, Christensen for 3. Hits off the backboard up high. Bounces away, Guilford comes away with the rebound, but now a steal for Christensen and a layup. And that enables the Rebels to regain the lead. Back and forth these two teams go. Welter double teamed out there, but gets it over to Jack Lambert. Jargo guarding him. And a little bump there by Jargo. Goes for the 4th Northeast foul of the half. That's the first one on Jargo. Panthers will pass it in. Besler into Jack Lambert. Guilford drives the baseline, tries a reverse layup, no good. Besler offensive rebound, couldn't get it to go. Another rebound, still won't go. Guilford tries, that one's no good. And the Rebels come down with the ball. Panthers had some chances in close there, couldn't get it to go over the rim. Oh, Christensen found some room and drove in for a layup. So that's a 3-point lead for Northeast, which is actually the biggest lead of this game for either team. Carson Lambert. Welter thought about a 3, thought about it again. Now Carson Lambert for 3. That one's no good. Jack Lambert gets the rebound, though. About 2.5 to go in the first half. 3-point lead for Northeast. Besler underneath to Guilford, but Tegler comes away with that ball and a little bit of a scramble there. And here comes Eberhard for the Rebels. Makes a quick move. Besler guarding him. Layup won't go. Good defense by Besler. Carson Lambert with the rebound. Tries to take it coast to coast. No good, but Guilford is there for the rebound and scores. First 2 point. No, I shouldn't say it's first 2 points. He has 3 points. That's Gage Guilford with 3, and it's a 1-point game again. All alone under the basket is Eberhard. Tegler found him, and he puts it in. 15-12 Northeast. Welter, a little reverse dribble there. Guarded closely, gets it away, though. 1.5 to go in the half. Teams have traded leads. Guilford has 3 guys around him. Gets it back out to Carson Lambert. Welter. Nice pass there to Besler underneath for Guilford and a layup. Besler with a good job getting the ball into Guilford, and he finishes. And now it's a 1-point game again. Christensen. Carson Lambert right up on him. Eberhard pass tipped away by Welter, and Guilford comes away with it. Jack Lambert has it now. We're in the last minute now of the second quarter. Panthers down by 1. Tegler tips that out of bounds, and Monticello keeps the ball with 41.8 to go. Capron is back in the game now for Monticello, replacing Besler for Monticello. I think I said that twice. Lambert to Lambert. To Capron, back to Jack Lambert. Welter. 26 to go. Carson Lambert for 3. Oh, just wouldn't go. Capron hustled in to try to tip it, but couldn't get it. Pass too high for Tegler and out of bounds. Turnover will give the ball back to Monticello. Down by 1 with 15.2 to go here in the second quarter. And Jack Lambert brings it up. Jargo guarding him. Corner, Cole Welter for 3, no good. And rebound Christensen. And that's how the first half ends. The score at half, I almost said the final score. This is halftime. It's Northeast 15, Monticello 14. And I'm going to read you one thing quick. February is American Heart Month. Tonight, the Monticello High School Soda Group is teaming up with the American Heart Association to have a red out. If you're watching at home, we encourage you to participate by wearing red. We also encourage you to donate to the Heart Association at heart.org. Northeast leading by 1 at halftime. We'll be back with the second half in a little bit. Back here at Monticello High School, the junior varsity boys basketball game with Northeast leading Monticello 15-14 in a first half. It's been about like that the whole first half. Nobody's led by more than 3 in this game so far. Some scoring leaders for the visiting Rebels. It's Chase Christensen with 6 points. Also Curtis Eberhardt with 6 points. And for the Monticello Panthers, Cole Welter has 6 points. He's made a couple of 3-pointers. And Gage Guilford with 5. Teams are making their way back onto the floor here to get things started with the second half. A couple of recent Monticello games. The Panthers, I mentioned earlier, are 10-6 coming into this game. Northeast 11-5. And the Panthers most recently on Saturday traveled to Fulton, Illinois to play East Dubuque and pulled out a 40-39 win. And Carson Lambert had 21 points in that game. And Gage Guilford had 8 points and 7 rebounds. So we'll talk more about some recent games here as we get back underway. Rebels leading by 1. They pass it in to start the second half. This is Chase Christensen, who has it right now for Northeast. They have Christensen, Eberhardt, Tegler, Holgraver, and Hines, number 21. And there's a left-handed floater put up there by Eberhardt that goes in, and it's a 3-point lead now for Northeast. Panthers with Jack Lambert, Carson Lambert, Chesney Capron, Cole Welter, and Gage Guilford to start the second half, same as the starting lineup. Lambert gets it inside to Guilford. Bounce pass goes off somebody's foot. Apparently off Carson Lambert. So Northeast gets the ball on the turnover, trying to extend a 3-point lead. Eberhardt, by the way, now has 8 points to lead the Rebels. Christensen is guarded by Jack Lambert. Drives into the lane and runs out of room, gets it back out to Hines. And back to Christensen. They'll try to set that up again. Panthers going man-to-man here to start the second half. Tegler guarded by Carson Lambert in the corner for Christensen. Back out top to Holgraver with Capron on him. Hines now has it. Tyler Hines gets it back out top, and Christensen will start over again for the Rebels. And he takes a 3-pointer. No good. Guilford went high for the rebound, but lost control. Holgraver. Tegler went up and down, and that's a travel. So Panthers get it back. Down by 3. Let's see. So the Panthers' biggest lead, I think, has been 2 in this game. And that was in the first quarter. Capron has the ball. And he's guarded closely there by Holgraver. Carson Lambert, Capron. And now a tip by Tegler. Ball out of bounds. Off Tegler. The Panthers keep it. Carson Lambert passes it in to cousin Jack Lambert. Capron now around to Jack again. And Carson Lambert, Welter. Panthers have had a hard time getting anything inside with this against this 2-3 zone. Northeast has had pretty much the whole game. Capron bounce pass to Carson Lambert. Now they do get it into Guilford, and a foul is called on Eberhardt. That's his second. That's the first team foul of this second half for either team. Panthers will pass it in. Welter thought about a 3. Gets it back out to Jack Lambert. Capron, Carson Lambert for 3. That one's off the near side of the rim and rebounded by Eberhardt. Here come the Rebels. Christensen. He's been a pretty big factor in this game here for the Rebels, as has Eberhardt, who goes up for the shot. No good. And over the back foul being called here on Tegler. Well, actually, it's not Tegler. Yeah, it is Tegler, yeah. Yeah, I was right. Jack Lambert has it. Welter, Carson at the top of the key. Work around the outside. Carson from the corner. Good. Carson Lambert ties this game up at right about the 4-minute mark of the third quarter. So Carson Lambert has 6. And a timeout being taken here by Northeast with 3:49 to go in the third quarter. And this game tied up. So prior to that game against East Dubuque, the Panther JV played against Anamosa, always a rivalry battle. And Anamosa came out on top on January 24th here in Monticello by a score of 38-30. Jack Lambert had 10 points in that game, go along with a couple of assists. Then you had Carson Lambert, Cole Welter with 5 apiece. Gage Gilbert with 4.6 rebounds against Anamosa. And those were some of the highlights. Carson Lambert also had 2 steals in that game. Mentioned earlier that these two teams played on January 4th, with Monticello pulling out a 40-39 victory in overtime. Northeast had a last-second 3-point try in that one, and it didn't go, and the Panthers came away with that 1-point win down in Goose Lake. And we'd like to welcome the viewers from the Goose Lake area following your Northeast Rebels. Thanks for joining our Monticello Sports live stream. We'll have the 2 varsity games coming up in a little bit. Jeff Carlson, Chase Sternhagen, Ben Oswald will be here to bring you those 2 games. Girls first and then the boys. It's also senior night here at Monticello. We'll be honoring the seniors that playing for both of Monticello's varsity teams. Panthers trying to regain the lead here as we are tied just about the midway point of the third quarter. Jack Lambert over to Carson Lambert. Gave him a little room there, but he passes over to Capron. Jack Lambert again. Brings it back around. They keep trying to get into Gage Guilford underneath, and it's tough sledding there. But here's some room for Carson Lambert. 3-point try. A little too far, but Jack Lambert is there to get the rebound. Panthers set it up again. Cole Welter quickly met by Holgraber. Welter has it over there, gets it over to Carson Lambert. And they're calling an offensive foul here on an elbow. And that'll give the ball back to Northeast. That call made against Capron. His first foul, and that's the first team foul of the second half for the Panthers. Not much in the way of fouls. Christensen drives in. And an offensive foul being called on Christensen. Capron takes the charge on that one. Boy, it takes some guts to stand in there when those guys are charging at you and fall down flat on your back, but if you can make it work for you, it ends up being a big play. Second foul on Christensen, 3rd on the Rebels in this half. And the Lamberts take turns with the ball, and now Cole Welter. Tegler tipped that ball briefly, but Jack Lambert got it back. Carson Lambert, Welter, and a foul on Tegler. Bumped him a little bit there as that pass came to Capron. And this is Carter Jargos back into the game for the Rebels, replacing Christensen. Second foul on Tegler and 4th on the Rebels. Lambert underneath scores. And that gives the Panthers a 2-point lead. Lambert with 5 points in this half and 8 overall. Boy, that's a nice pass in there by the Rebels, but they didn't get a shot out of it. Hines has it all the way across to Jargo. His pass goes out of bounds. One of the Northeast fans told me earlier that her mother was watching from the Goose Lake area, so thank you for joining us. What an opportunity for people who don't live close to here to follow the Monticello Panthers and some of the teams they play. Thanks to our live stream, and thanks to Kim Carlson for setting that up each time. Carson Lambert has it and gets it to Welter. 2-point lead for Monticello, under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Welter, Tegler gets up on him quickly to prevent a shot. Jack Lambert has it back. Carson Lambert tries a three-pointer off the back part of the rim and no good. That was Eberhardt with the rebound. Now Christensen has it, leads Tegler, and he scores on the layup. Nice lead there by Christensen to Tegler. Ties this game once again. Tegler was 2 points, I guess, for the Rebels. I thought he had more than that. Guilford has it in the corner. Capron. We've now reached the 1 minute mark here in the third quarter. In a tie game. Jack Lambert brings it back out. Holgraver was guarding him closely. And now they might just decide to go for the last shot. Lambert has it, Capron in the corner. Welter is all alone, and a three-pointer is good. Panthers back up by 3, and that is their biggest lead. Each team has now had a 3-point lead in this game, and that's the max for either team so far. 20 seconds to go. Rebels have the ball, down by 3. Christensen switches to the left hand, gets it in the corner for Jargo. He passes high for Tegler. 10 seconds now. Tegler thinks about a pass, instead shoots, and from the lane he scores. And with 1 second to go, oh, off the backboard and the rim, and not quite for Gage Guilford. Good effort there, but they'll have to settle for a 1-point lead at the end of 3 quarters. So Monticello 22, Northeast 21. Our final 7 minutes of play coming up. Girls game for the JV was very close like this one is. And we're going to talk about our sponsors here. State Farm is home of the discount double check. We provide insurance and financial services, auto, home, farm, life, renters, and medical supplement insurance. Stop in to see Rick today to start getting more value out of your insurance dollars. Thank you, State Farm, for taking part in the sponsorship. Midwest Transfer is a one-stop shop for all freight shipping needs. Based locally in Monticello, we service the United States coast to coast as well as all of Canada for all types of freight. No freight is too big or too small. Give us a call today for a quote. Thank you, Midwest Transfer. Well, this one's a flip of the coin so far. These teams have been back and forth, neither team leading by more than 3. Cole Welter has 9 points. Carson Lambert 8 points for the Panthers right now. And Curtis Eberhardt has 8. And Chase Christensen 6 to lead the Northeast Rebels. Possession arrow favors Monticello to start the 4th quarter. Glad you joined us here in Monticello Sports Live. The 2 varsity games yet to come. They will be on different streams than this one. Here's a steal for Jargo of Northeast. He goes in for the layup, and oh, it rolls off. Holgraver got the rebound, put up another shot, but now the Panthers come back. Carson Lambert hustles down the floor. His shot is blocked by Eberhardt. Capron tries for the save. Oh, and it went off Lambert, who was actually on the line. So Northeast gets the ball. Good effort there by Chesney Capron to try to keep that one alive for Monticello. Panthers by 1, Rebels with the ball. Screen set by Eberhardt, but we got an offensive foul being called, and that's the elbow. He called that earlier on Capron for Monticello. Now he calls it against the Rebels. 3rd foul for Christensen, and that's 5 for the Rebels. That might become a factor later on. So they have 5 fouls now in the second half. Carson Lambert Brings it in the lane, ball rolls away and out of bounds. Northeast gets it back. Coach Nick Wall of the Rebels is encouraged by that. Not so much for Monticello coach Colby Harms. A couple of good teams here with winning records. Played an overtime game the first time around. Christensen drives in and a little short hook shot there goes in. And the Rebels have gained the lead with just under 6 minutes to go. Capron finds his path blocked by Jargo. Carson Lambert to Welter from the corner for a three. Wouldn't go and hit that strap up there, so that's out of bounds. And the Rebels get it back with a 1-point lead. This is Christensen. Welter right on top of him, but he gets around, drives in, and scores. Big game here for Chase Christensen. He's got 10 right now. And a 3-point lead for Northeast, matching their biggest lead of the game. Welter has it. Carson Lambert now. Good passing around the perimeter. Welter with a nice fake shot, but had to pass it back to Lambert. Now all alone in the corner is Capron. Good, a three-pointer. And Panthers will take timeout after that one. So we're back to even again. Timeout with 5:07 to go. Capron, those are his first 3 points of the game. And we're tied at 25. Let's see here. We're tied at 19. We're tied at 17. Tied at 6. So those are, that's kind of the way this has gone. Tie game, somebody will go ahead for a little bit, and then the other one comes back. And both teams have led by 3 points. Hey, let's talk about that soda thing one more time. February is American Heart, was it February or February? Whatever it is, it's American Heart Month. Tonight, the Monticello High School Soda Group is teaming up with the American Heart Association to have a red out. And we see some red over there across the way for the Monticello fans who are starting to file in for the girls' varsity game, which will be next. Anyway, if you're watching at home, we encourage you to participate by wearing red. We also encourage you to donate to the Heart Association at heart.org. 25-25, 5:07 to go. Northeast with the ball. Christensen with 10, Eberhardt with 8 for the Rebels. And for the Panthers, Welter with 9, Carson Lambert with 8. Leading their respective teams. And very slowly, Chase Christensen brings the ball across the center line. And this is Holgraver, number 25 with it. Christensen inside for Tegler, goes up. Guilford did all he could and stayed straight up there, but a nice move by Tegler to put the Rebels back on top. Capron back to Carson Lambert. Jargo guarding him. Welter doesn't have a room to shoot in the corner. They work it around the other side. Guilford inside for Lambert, goes up and in. Carson Lambert from Guilford. Nice give and go there. Ties this game once again. Christensen brings it in again for the Rebels. Pass, Eberhardt goes up, and that was Welter who tipped that from behind. A great defensive play by Cole Welter there. Got his hand on the ball just enough to prevent that layup from going in. And the ball went out of bounds to Northeast. Christensen to pass it in. And gets it to Eberhardt. Couldn't get the shot. Capron takes it right out of his hands. Chesney Capron speeds down the court. Runs out of room and they'll slow it down. 27-27. Under 4 to go. Inside to Guilford. Pass to Capron in the corner to Jack Lambert. And he stumbled a little bit there and kept his dribble going, but Northeast comes away with the ball, and this is Jargo driving coast to coast. and giving the Rebels a 2-point lead again. Carter Jargo, number 11, makes that play. Welter tries a three from the corner, no good. Eberhardt went off him, he tried to save it, but saved it back to Welter. Panthers keep the ball. Down by 2, Lambert goes up. No good, and rebound for Christensen. Here come the Rebels now, 3 minutes to go. Leads Tegler way ahead. And took an extra step there underneath the basket, a traveling call against Northeast. Big break here for Monticello. That would have been the first 2-possession lead of this entire game for either team. So the Panthers patiently bring it up. Jack Lambert to Capron and then back to Jack Lambert again. 2:45 to go. 2-point lead Northeast. Welter. And he's called for traveling. Rebels will try to bring it the other way. Christensen gets it across to Eberhardt. Holgraver has it now. And Coach Nick Wall calls timeout for the Rebels. Holgraver was in a little bit of trouble there. He did get it away, but the coach thought that timeout was the prudent thing to do. So the Rebels will get it back with 2:22 to go and a 2-point lead. 5 fouls on Northeast, 1 foul on Monticello. Currently the possession arrow favors Monticello, if that becomes a factor. 11-5 record for Northeast. One of those 5 was the overtime loss to Monticello in Goose Lake in early January. And if you missed our girls JV game, you missed a dandy there too. That one was close, almost all the way. Tied in the closing seconds, and then a steal and a basket for Northeast. A layup at the buzzer gave the Rebels a 2-point win, 28-26. Girls varsity to come next. Scheduled time is 6:15. We're not going to make that. Probably closer to 6:30 or 6:45. That'll be on a different stream. All right, back at it here. Tegler has it in the lane, puts it up. Oh, it doesn't go. And the loose ball, Capron gathers that in. Jack Lambert has it. He is called for traveling. 2:03 to go, and the Rebels with that 2-point lead. The way this game has gone, you don't want to get behind by 2 possessions if you can avoid it. Christensen takes his time bringing that ball across the line. Eating up a little bit of clock. Oh, pass stolen nicely by Guilford. Tried to get it into Eberhardt, but Guilford cut it off, and Panthers bring it back. Capron, Jack Lambert from the corner, no good. Off Christensen and out of bounds. Some of the Northeast fans were not happy with that call, but that's the way it looked from here too, that Christensen was the last one to touch it. 1:36 to go, and the Panthers have it. Down by 2. The 2 Lamberts trade passes. Welter. Now Jack Lambert brings it out. The Panthers thought that pass was tipped. The officials are going to talk about it, it looks like. Neither one of them saw a tip, so out of bounds off Monticello. Rebels keep it, or get it back, I should say. Leading by 2. Big possession here for Northeast. Tegler has it, quickly double teamed. Panthers are going after him now. Panthers have to accumulate some fouls. They only had 1 team foul. If you're going to put them at the line, you got to get that number up to 7. So there was the second one. So we're going to see lots of fouling, I think, for the Panthers in these closing, the last 66 seconds of this game. Eberhardt passes it in. Might have been tipped slightly out of bounds off the Rebels. Guilford might have tipped that ball slightly, and that probably threw off the Northeast player. So what a huge turnover there. Gives the ball back to Monticello with 1:05 to go. Down by 2. So rather than having to foul and get those fouls up to 7 and put Northeast at the line, Panthers get a possession here with a chance to tie or possibly take the lead. 10 points for Carson Lambert for Monticello, and 9 for Cole Welter, and 10 for Christensen, 8 for Eberhardt for the Rebels. Let's see what the Panthers can draw up here as they try to set up a tying or lead-changing shot. Monticello led by 1 after the third quarter at 22-21. The Rebels led at halftime 15-14. After the first quarter, it was tied 6-6. It's been that kind of a game. Nail biter all the way through. Guilford, long pass. Welter for 3. No good. Guilford high for the offensive rebound. Another chance here for Monticello, down by 2. Capron, bounce pass to Welter. Carson Lambert. Capron, 42 to go. Welter, Carson Lambert for 3. No good. Tegler gets the rebound, and the Rebels have it. Panthers have to foul quickly here. 28 seconds to go. There's a foul by Guilford, but that's only the 3rd team foul. It's a strange thing in basketball sometimes where not having a lot of fouls ends up being a disadvantage. Pass into Christensen. Welter with a quick foul. That's the 4th one. 25.3 to go. Eberhardt to pass it in. Good pressure there. Jargo gets it, and quick foul on Jack Lambert. That's 5 now. Each team has 5. Northeast might say those are kind of quick whistles, but that's the call. Trying to pass it in. They get it into Christensen, and Welter gets the foul. 22.9, so they've managed to get 3 quick fouls and only used up about 4 seconds at a time. Eberhardt looking, high pass. Welter goes for it. Christensen came away with it, though, and now all alone. That ball went off 2 Northeast players and out of bounds. And with 16 seconds even, the Panthers get another chance, down by 2. Went off one guy's hands, another guy's head, and out of bounds. So, wow. Northeast was just trying to run out the clock. 16 seconds even. You're looking at the timeout clock right now that's ticking down. That's how much is left in the timeout. But we've got 16.0 to go. Panthers are going to get a shot here. Another game going right down to the wire, just like the girls' JV game did. So if you've been watching this from wherever you are, you've seen a good one here. All right, let's see what happens here as the Panthers come out. You got the 2 Lamberts, Capron, Welter, and Guilford. You got Jargo, Christensen, Eberhardt, Tegler, and Holgraver for the Rebels. 16.0 to go. Here we go. Panthers down by 2. Jack Lambert across the line. Jargo guarding. Holgraver now back to Carson Lambert. Drives in, puts it up. Went high off the backboard. No good, but he is fouled. So with 6.4 to go, a couple of big free throws coming up for Carson Lambert. And it looks like Deacon Besler is about to check in for the Panthers. That'll happen after this first free throw. And it's good. Clutch free throw there for Lambert. Besler in, Capron out. 6.4 to go. Second one, no good. Ball loose. Guilford came down with it. Tries to put up a shot. 3 seconds left. Christensen gets into Tegler, and that's going to do it. Real battle under the basket there for that rebound. But the Rebels ultimately came up with it and hold on for a 1-point victory. And when they met down in Goose Lake, it was Monticello winning by 1 point. Final score here, Northeast Rebels 29, Monticello Panthers 28 in our junior varsity boys game. That's going to do it for this stream. So the girls varsity game will be coming up. Check out a different stream here on Monticello Sports Live. They're easy to find, but it's not going to be the same stream. My name is Pete Temple. It's been just an absolute pleasure to bring you these two games, the two JV basketball games, both coming right down to the wire, both victories for Northeast. So that'll do it for me here. The pros are moving in. Jeff Carlson, Chase Sternhagen, Ben Oswald will announce our two varsity games. Thanks for joining us here on Monticello Sports Live.